Well.
Hey toy fans, Aaron here. Today taking a look at the Walmart exclusive Vintage Collection Lando Calrissian in Skiff Guard Disguise. Wow, you have no idea how many times it took me to say that. Anyways, let's head on over to that table and check this thing out. First up is always a look at the card. And this is, as I mentioned, the Vintage Collection. So you get that nice Star Wars Return of the Jedi logo, silver racetrack around the sides. I gotta say, this is not one of my favorite images of a character scene. This whole thing feels like it's just a bad watercolor paint job to me for some reason. A little too soft. But otherwise, as you see, you are getting Lando in that Skiff Guard disguise within Jabba's palace. And through the blister, of course, you see the figure with that bubble extended out to allow some extra space for the helmet. On the backside, design-wise, nothing new here, but you do got some new images of figures that are coming out for the line. Description off to the side is still the same, talking about celebrating the legacy of Star Wars. Top right corner, you see VC144 for the number in the lineup. Bottom half of the card is your legal information. And now taking a look at Lando out of the card. Overall, good looking figure. And I think one of the best versions of Lando in a Skiff Guard disguise that we've received. Now, for the most part, this is a retooling of the Vintage Collection deleted scene Sandstorm Lando Calrissian. And that one was released in February 2012. You could remove that Sandstorm outfit and underneath revealed his Skiff Guard disguise. Here I've got them both up side by side so you can see the two. Unfortunately, the helmet for my Lando is packed away because I have them displayed in the Sandstorm outfit, so I can't show the helmet side by side, but at least I can show you the figures. Couple things to note right away between the two is a much improved paint job, more accurate on this newer release. This new version also stands a little bit taller than what we got with the Sandstorm figure, and that is due to the longer legs on this new release. So waist down, you've got new legs here. Waist up on the figure, including that little skirt piece. Everything is the same as that Sandstorm release. Like I said, I think we just got a much better paint job going on here. And I believe even the head sculpt is the same between the two figures. Also, what you're getting with this newer release is that photoreal face painting technology and a much better skin tone for Lando Calrissian. Focusing in just on this newer version now, as I mentioned, you're getting that photoreal face painting technology, so things are looking really good. I just got to chime in real quick here because what you're seeing on your screen is certainly not how this figure looks when I'm holding it in my hands. The face painting holds up so much better in person than it is on camera. I have no idea why that is, but yeah. On camera, it looks horrendous, but holding it in my hands, it certainly looks a lot better. Anyways, back on with the video. Painting for the eyes seems appropriately placed. The eyebrows, the mustache is looking really good. Painting along the hairline is looking good also. Throwing that helmet on, I know it's an accessory, but it kind of completes the look of the costume. A little bit of a tough spot for me on this one. You know, as I mentioned, I don't have the Sandstorm release helmet handy, but in looking at this helmet, this one's not one of my favorites. It domes up pretty high on the top of the head, and on the back side where you see that silver painting, that piece really flattens off. It doesn't extend down any further. I took a peek at the one I still have on the card. It seems to be the same. It seems to me that that roundness should be maintained instead of having some straight angles in there. It's a very minor thing. It's at the back of the figure. I'm hardly ever going to see it. Otherwise, though, detailing along the front of the mask is looking great. Pretty nice paint job to go along with that. It slides on and off the head very easily also, but still stays in place. It's not just going to pop right off. As for the upper half of the figure, things good here too. The armor along the shoulders has a nice dark gray painting to it. Nice hammered detailing look. Same for the wrist guard on his right arm. Armor piece along the chest, once again, nice hammered detailing to that. Good paint job. Nice tan painting for that vest underneath. Along the back side of the figures, those black straps have a pretty good paint job going on. Little nick in that black paint with the brown showing through, but you know, that's obviously something that's going to be different for each figure. This wrap piece is looking pretty good. Decent detailing in there. Figure does have a usable holster, but unfortunately doesn't come with a blaster to put in there. They didn't do one for the 6-inch figure, and here they skipped on doing it as well, and kind of mind-boggling on that one. It's an accessory that should certainly be there. Otherwise, though, painting for that holster, for the belt around the hip is looking good. And then you get to the legs, like I said earlier, coloring is more accurate here. Detailing's looking great, and the boots that he has on are looking good too, with nice brown straps painted in there. So overall, for me, things are looking pretty good on this guy. So the articulation here, that head swivels all the way around. Nothing really in terms of nodding up and down. It kind of ends up just pushing back. And same for trying to tilt that head side to side. It just doesn't really happen. Shoulders swivel all the way around. They lift up pretty much straight out. Good 90-degree bend at the elbow. And of course, they swivel all the way around. Each of the wrists swivel, but nothing's moving side to side or up and down. Got a full swivel at the waist. Legs come out, I don't know what, 45 degrees there maybe. Just a straight swivel out, and they swivel back. Single joint for bending at the knee. Your feet do bend up forward pretty good, and go pretty far back also. And of course you have your rotation at the ankles. Figure does come with just his vibro axe. We've seen a ton of these. The detailing for it is looking really good. This is the same mold for the weapon that came with that Sandstorm release, but a different paint job this time. Nice dark gray color for the staff. And then on that blade edge, you do have a good silver paint job separating that piece out a bit. Fits in both hands well. You can achieve a double-handed pose with it and even recreate the look that you had on the front of the card. So overall for me, this is a great looking figure. Like I said, I think it is one of the best Skiff Guard Landos that we've received. It is unfortunate that he wasn't released with his blaster, but I guess that is something that isn't too hard to find on, eBay or other figures that you could purchase and just add the weapon back in. It is unfortunate that this figure is a Walmart exclusive since it's been pretty hard to come by. Haven't seen them in stores yet, but it has been in and out of stock a few times on the website. With that Skiff vehicle coming out later this year, hopefully this is a figure that many people will be able to get their hands on if they want to. And that wraps up this look at the Vintage Collection Lando Calrissian and Skiff Guard Disguise. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this figure in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching.